You're cold again?
Oh my god. I'm just gonna.
If you're gonna talk, you gotta come out on the live side. Oh, you're not talking? You're not talking. I can't even see you because of the light. You're like backlit or like a deer in headlights. Someone's in here. Is that you? No? Someone's in my room. I don't know how to get the the chat. I have someone sitting across from me that won't come on camera. Trying to figure out. I've only had one sip of wine. Okay. Whoever it was left already. All right. When I have like the whole screen open, I can't see the chat. I'm trying to get both. If you're going to be motioning over there.
I'm not motioning, I'm shivering, okay? There's a difference.
All right. So we're live. I'm live, all alone. No one's in the room with me on Tuesday at 7:16 p.m. drinking my wine. Do you want wine? What? It's a piece of cork because the cork broke.
You're stained.
Well, here, you figure that out. Because I'm not OCD. I'm not OCD. But I don't like corks floating in my wine. The other day I was opening my wine and the cork broke. So then I had to put the corkscrew in the bottle to get out the other half of the cork. So Trevor's and Abby's baby shower for my grandbaby is in 4 days. And then the baby will be due in 21 days after that. Hello. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Kathy M. I was just talking about my grandbaby being born due April 20th. So I'm camping in my son's yard until the baby's born, and then I'm going back on the road, heading west, southwest, where it's warm. It's still getting below freezing in New Jersey. Where are you, Kathy? I just figured out how to chat on here. Me too. I was moving the window over trying to figure it out. You have to do something like pop out chat or something. And it's funny because you're here chatting, but it says 0 people are in the room with me. But I see you and you're here and you're chatting. So I don't know what that 0 is all about. Because you're not a 0. Oh, I was just there. The Thousand Trails place in South Carolina. I was just there. And then I went to the one in Virginia on my way back to New Jersey. And then when I head southwest, I plan on going back to that one again for a little while because I have a nephew that lives in South Carolina. So I plan on going back to that one for a little bit. But I noticed it was muddy there. Is it still muddy there this week while you're there? Because it's spring. You know, the snow melts, it's raining. But I was surprised. Oh, you were? Is that how you know who I am? Well, next time you see my camper, knock on my door. Have a glass of wine with me. You know what I was just upset about? That you couldn't have campfires unless you brought your own fire ring. So, like, now I gotta get a collapsible fire ring. That was my first time staying at a, Thousand Trails, and I was hoping they weren't all like that. And then I went to the one in Virginia, one of the ones in Virginia on my way back, and they did have fire rings. I'm talking to someone named Kathy that was at the campground that I was at. You pick that up? That's where my nephew's from. And I went to that pier and they have that awesome playground for the kids. And the sunsets are beautiful there. What's the temperature there? 80 something. Can you tell I'm jealous? So are you just visiting Port Royal and staying Port Royal? There's no E. So Port Royal. And then you're going back to your campsite? And what was with like all the trees that were down? Have you stayed there before? Is that normal? Were they just doing some kind of tree cleanup? Because I was surprised that like I tried to go over that covered bridge and there was like a tree down on the other side of it and then a bunch of trees down. Yes, I'm in 2 zones right now. I did southeast and northeast. So on my way to Arizona, I can go to Tennessee. I was going to do North Carolina, Tennessee. I was going to do Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and then camp on BLM lands for free in Arizona. And then maybe go up to Idaho and Oregon, where it's cooler in the summers. I don't think I wasn't going to do the Southwest because I planned on just doing the national forests and the deserts out that way. How many zones are you in? I did Northeast because that's where my family is. So I thought maybe I would do some New York and Vermont and Maine. Pacific Northwest. Yeah, I've been to Idaho before. I haven't been to Oregon. I've been to California. About a year ago, I went to Huntington Beach. And I gotta make a slideshow video to put up. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow of I took some photographs to draw of the pier and of some surfers and I didn't have a chance to draw any yet, but I took a lot of pictures and they kind of look nice just as photographs, and I might not draw them. I still have to finish the drawing I was doing of Lucas Theater. I've been having double vision and shaky hands, and I just haven't been able to draw. At fam camps? Is that family campgrounds? Is that what you mean? Are you so what I think I already asked you. What um categories are you in? What I can't think of the territories or whatever. Which do you only belong to? Oh, the military campgrounds. Do you know how much those are? No?
Every base is a different charge.
Every base is different? Well, I'm not military or military family anyway. I'm not. I can't stay at those anymore. You haven't bought into Thousand Trails, but you went there when I was there. You're allowed to stay there if you're not a Thousand Trails member.
No, you just pay the fee.
I didn't know they did that. I didn't know like they were open to the public. I just did the I bought into it in the beginning of February because they were still doing, and I think they still are doing 100 off. So it was $459. It was $459. And there's no overnight, there's no other fees. So I'm doing this full time. So I'm thinking, oh, it's like free hookups for gas, or not gas, electric and water, and stay in the night. So at $469 a year or whatever, if I do 4 days and hop and 4 days and hop and 4 days and hop and stay in the system, it comes to like $1.39 a night for camping with hookups. So, I mean, that's a lot less than a mortgage, and it's stupid to not do it. So since I'm full timing, that's what I did. Scott Weaver says, I like your retro trailer. I'm buying a big Class A coach and travel. After my open heart surgery, all my work is internet based. So why stay locked into a mortgage? Yes, Scott Weaver. I just had a second open heart surgery. Do you know my background, Scott? Because I don't want to go into it again if you've already heard everything. I don't know how much you know about me, but yeah. So my son's in my house now. My son took over the mortgage, and here I am after my second open heart surgery. So even if it wasn't $100 off for the Thousand Trails membership, even if I had to pay the full $589 a year, that's half of one mortgage payment for the whole year. So what am I paying? I'm paying for my gas for my vehicle. I paid my tow vehicle off. The camper's paid off. So I have my phone bill. Is that my friend Brian? I don't know your middle name, Brian. So yeah. My grandbaby's due April 20th, 4/20. And no, his name's not going to be Bud. Seth. Brian Seth? That's hard to say after half a glass of wine. But yeah, Scott, I don't want to be locked into a mortgage either. So I was thinking that I would stay. Yeah, and there's freecampsites.net also, Scott. What was I saying before my brain disappeared? I forgot what I was saying. More wine. Yeah, I'm having hot flashes now. I forgot what I was saying. That just happens sometimes. You're putting your coat on and I'm taking mine off. Have some wine. My guest at the table says no. You're having a glass? Cheers, Scott Weaver. I forgot what I was saying, and I feel like it was important. I was saying, so all I have is my phone bill, my food, mortgage. So my son took over the mortgage, and I'm going to stay in the camper. I'm I'm 47. So once I'm 55, I can buy a house in a 55 plus community if I want to stop the camper thing. I might like it. I might just want to stay on the road if I live that long, So, but I was thinking at 55, maybe I'd move into one of those 55 plus houses, because there's a community near me in Manchester, New Jersey, And these 55 plus houses are like $30,000. And the fees for living in the neighborhood that includes your plowing and shoveling and garbage removal is $150 a month. So unless someone that lives nearby has their brother moving out of their basement and they can rent their basement to me, or lets me park my trailer in his driveway, then I might have to get a house. There's some empty ones there too. Where? I'm not 55 yet. I know, Brian, I'm not 55 yet. Set up your downstairs, mother-daughter. I'll make your coffee in the morning. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm saying send your brother on his way, and when I'm 55, you can rent 55 plus to me. You were 57, I was 40. How old was I when I had my first surgery, Josh? 45? 44?
A year before the first one.
Oh yeah, it was a year later. I was 46. 46 with my first one, 47 with my second one. Oh, well, he has time for his second hip surgery. There's a few years till I'm 55. You see me looking at my invisible watch. All right, good night. Yeah, I didn't sell my business. I just canceled my liability insurance, and the weddings I had booked, I was a wedding photographer, and I just gave one of my colleagues my weddings, and now his weddings come in, I just send them his way, and he's grateful. And he helped me out because when I had a couple emergencies and I couldn't shoot, and he sent people to shoot my weddings for me. So you write? I wish I could write. I wrote a children's book. And what kind of writing do you do? I wrote a children's book, and I sent it out to a publisher, and I got turned down. And the reason they turned me down, they said they were looking for things that could be in a series, so they weren't just looking for a picture book at the time. And I just got discouraged from sending it out anywhere else. But I was thinking about e-publishing it, because it wouldn't cost me anything and I could share my book that way. Automotive technical stuff. Do you for magazines, not for like manuals and stuff? You do write manuals. You write the Haynes repair manuals. Do you have to like hire a technical draftsman drawer to do the drawings? So are you RV life full time, Scott? And do you just travel and write manuals for your job? I just found another piece of cork in my wine. That was gross. That was really gross. I just need to open another bottle. Scott, how did you find me? In the open heart surgery forum or somewhere else? There's 3 people here. Who else is here that's not saying anything? Kathy, are you still here? Good for you, Scott. Where are you headed when you go? Where do you live now? I've been in New Jersey since I moved here about 18 years ago. The open heart surgery forum. Kathy, are you full time? Do you travel full time? And Scott, is Oklahoma in the tornado alley? Because my grandson's being born around April 20th. And when they came home from the hospital and got settled in, I was going to start going west. You grew up in Pennsylvania. I grew up in New York. Upstate New York. I was worried about crossing west during the end of April because the tornadoes. So I was just worried about that. Because like every day the map is like red in that line, that tornado alley. Now I'm getting cold again. We're in Pennsylvania. I'm from like Troy, New York. Lansingburgh, Troy, New York area. I'm in the mood for apples, but when I went to the grocery store, I got pears and bananas and clementines. Can you cut me a pear? Mystery person?
Mm-hmm.
There's a mystery person across from me. How long have you been full-time, Kathy? Dead in the middle of state of Pennsylvania? Kathy, I'm in kind of near Tom's River right now. I lived in Keensburg when I first moved here. Well, I lived in Fairhaven and then Keensburg and then Brick. And then I moved out of Brick and moved down to the Bayville area. So like I've stayed on the coast. And now I'm ready to go west, southwest in the warmth. Thank you. The knives are to the left of the oven thing. I got a toaster oven and I'm itching to bake some cookies. You want to know what was for dinner? My guest asked me what was for dinner and I forgot I had cookie dough.
You said ice cream.
I did say ice cream. I had ice cream for dinner and we could have cookies for dessert.
No.
Yeah, I could. I could have cookies for dessert. We got to see if the toaster oven works. You know, the only way to test it is to make cookies. We should have made cookies and then put the scoop of ice cream on the warm cookie. And it would have melted and been so yummy. So Oklahoma, is that... I can't think of the United States. There's Louisiana that's shaped like an L. And then is Oklahoma like above that or to the west? I should just pull up a map. Arizona is nice. Yeah, Tucson. Yeah, it was 80 something there yesterday, I saw on the weather. At least Siri said so. Yeah, Scott, I made a video about Social Security being a scam. Watch that video. Because it's like they want you to wait till you're 63 to retire. And then they try to get you to wait till you're 72 or something. But the average lifespan is only like till you're 70. So like who's going to keep working till they're 72 to get that extra money? Oh, you did watch it. And then you're going to sell your house. Yes. Thank you. That's interesting cutting of a pear. I don't know. They look like noses. I never saw a pear cut up like that. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
It looks like it's like a nose. You didn't take any vacations? What did you do? Did you already tell me what you did before that? Arizona's nice, but I heard once June comes, it's like way too hot to stay there. That's why I was going to go north. Like once June hit. Give me another favor. Never mind. I got it. I have to clean my glasses. They're all smudged. No, I can't see it all. No, you can't wait till you're 62. You can't wait till you're 62. It's like I need these to clean my glasses, and I can't open it without my glasses. And I don't even think I can open it with my glasses. No such thing as too hot. Do you guys, Kathy, do you guys ever stay on the BLM lands? In the deserts? Or do you just stay at the military campground? You owned an automotive repair shop. So when you get your RV, Scott, you're getting, oh, you said you were getting a Class C? Is that what you said? Class A or Class C? I watched a video the other day and someone was trying to remember how they couldn't remember Class A, Class B, and Class C, and which ones were the big ones and which ones were the little ones. And someone said it's the opposite of bra sizes. Like the Class A is the biggest RVs and the Class C is the smallest RVs. And that's how they remember it. Class A. Class A. So that's a huge RV. You like my little retro RV, retro looking RV, and you're getting a giant Class A. Well, Kathy, I don't think I'm going to stay alone. I think I'm going to join a caravan. I'm going to find myself a tribe. And I have protection. And my neighbor, I have a neighbor around the corner that works in New York City who's like, don't leave until I get you some mace and this and that. Also, Kathy, sometimes I'm going to have people with me in the camper. So sometimes I'll be alone, but sometimes I won't be alone, you know? So, and I'll always be in a group of people. I'm not going to be alone in the desert somewhere. And even when people do travel alone in the desert's so crowded now with people that are doing the same thing that you see RVs everywhere. So it's like you're at a campground. Like you're never like alone. And I guess unless you're looking to be alone, but I would just stay near people. Scott, do you have a family that you're taking with you in your Class A? I wanted a separate tow vehicle because I didn't want, like, I wanted to be able to keep this camper for a long, long time. And I know, like, once a car dies, once the engine goes, like, you're gonna have to start paying for repairs and replacing things, and but if you'd owned an automotive shop, you probably can fix all the stuff yourself. But I didn't wanna have to deal with all that. So, I got myself a vehicle, and I figure if I ever wanna get a different vehicle, I still have the camper. I don't have to worry about the engine going in my trailer, and I don't have my trailer anymore because the engine went, you know? And you're towing a car, okay. Yeah, that's the way to go because it's going to be I also was saying that it's nice to be able to just take your car somewhere, and you don't have to lug your whole trailer with you or your whole class A or class B. I went to Perkins for lunch today. Do you guys have Perkins where you live? I got the most delicious burger. It was like a turkey burger with pepper jack cheese and avocado and, ketchup, and it was so good, and then she gave me this piece of banana cream pie, and it was like a banana cream pie. It was not a piece, it was like a banana cream pie, and I ate it. I ate the whole thing. And your wife's okay with selling the car? 2 cats and a dog. You do need a big rig. I have Mrs. Cat Jones with me, and she's just been laying in the bed all day. She hasn't really left the bed today. I hope she's feeling okay. She was a little bit stinky yesterday. I had to open the windows. She made some stinky stinks. Stinky stinks yesterday. So there's BLM lands west, and on the east coast there are national forests that I want to stay at. The national forests look more desolate. And maybe it's just because there's trees so you don't see the other people camping. But that's also why I joined Thousand Trails. I thought for my first year on the road, it would like I'd feel safer if things went wrong. It is pretty good. I like Pinot Noir. I don't know if this is forward or backwards to you. Can you dim the light? This is it. And it's one of my favorite ones. But it's not going good with the pears. I need some cheese. I need some cheese and some crackers, and I don't have any. I just have fruit. Fruit and ice cream and cookies. I'm going to start shopping I want to get a bike rack for the back of the camper. And I don't know if they have them. I'm assuming they just have them that hook to the trailer bumper somehow. Those square trailer bumpers seem like generic, like everybody has the same size square bumper. Square rectangular prism bumper. Maybe I could look up what's it called? Trailer bike rack bumper? Trailer bumper bike rack? Let's see what I can find. Trailer, I'm gonna type it in. Trailer bumper bike rack. Oh, easy. They're cheap too. They've this. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. They've this at Walmart. They've these that just hook up to the square bumpers for $34. It's like a hitch. How smart is that? He who invented that is making a lot of money. And then you purchase things to hook onto your hitch that hooked onto your bumper. So that's definitely affordable. So that's what I'll do. And I'll make a video on hooking up a. I was thinking I was gonna have to get something welded, or I do have to work around. I have a spare tire off the back, so I don't know if that's gonna be in the way, or what I can do about that. I don't want to. I'm wondering if I can mount my spare tire somewhere else. I could probably mount my spare tire on the roof of my truck. I got a Toyota 4Runner to pull my trailer. Mrs. Cat Jones, come here, babies. She just came out from her bed, but she's jumping right back on the bed. I have 5 people. I have Kathy and I have Scott, and I have 2 people that aren't talking. And I have one across the table from me that's writing me a note because he doesn't want his voice heard, because he knows I'll turn the camera around if he's gonna start talking. You know what? Do you have a problem? He asked me how long I talk for. What?
So you should give them the follow-up about your heater breaking, because they probably watched.
Oh,
that
so
video.
follow up. If you watched, oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Who's giving me thumbs up? 4 people should be giving me thumbs up right about now. I made a video yesterday morning about my electric heater not working. Hi, 5th person. My electric heater broke, I thought, and I think it just because the thermostat, I think it was just warm enough in the trailer that it wouldn't click on, because we turned it off for a while and unplugged it, and then it came on and now it's working. But last night I had the furnace on because my guest was too cold and told me he would buy propane if I ran out of propane. So I guess sleeping on the floor of the camper gets cold. So now he was laying right in front of my furnace, because that's where the furnace is. Come here, baby. Mrs. Cat Jones is going to come over and say hi. Come here. Come on. Come on. She's taking her time. Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh, she's backing away. Backing away. You guys aren't going to believe me that I have a cat, because she's not coming on camera. What'd everybody have for dinner tonight? I had ice cream. I had coffee ice cream and pears. Trying to stay away from the chocolate chip cookies. It's almost 8 o'clock.
Oh, time to go eat.
Time to go eat. I can't drive now. What are you feeling for dinner? Hi, everybody. There's 5 people. Grilling steaks. I saw my toaster oven has writing on the window the door to it, and I can broil steaks in my toaster oven. I was shocked when I saw that. I almost bought a toaster. And I said, "Oh, this retro looking toaster oven's really cool, and I'll get that because then I could like make a pizza or something." And then when I got it and I saw that I could broil steaks in it, I was like, "Oh, this was so worth getting." 'Cause now I can make a steak. But I can't use it when I'm boondocking because I'm sure my solar won't be enough to make it work. But I could grill over an open fire. Grill some steaks by the fire and drink some wine and grill some vegetables. I bought the pans I bought for the camper. I made sure I got all like stainless steel with stainless steel handles. So the handles aren't plastic so they won't melt. So everything I got I can use and cook over a open fire. And I ordered a generator and it came in today. It's a Westinghouse digital inverter generator. 2200 says 1800 running watts, 2200 peak watts. Lightweight design. It didn't feel lightweight when I carried it into the camper. Lightweight, and it's got 500 pounds of bubble wrap wrapped around it, maybe. It says right on the box, 46 pounds. That's got to be heavier than 46 pounds. There's no way that's 46 pounds. Maybe it's just cumbersome. Oh, furnace just kicked on. So I was talking to YouTuber Hobotech, and I was asking him about solar and what I should get. And he has on his website, I don't want to say the wrong site. I'm going to look it up right now. I'll put his link in below in the description of the video, but it's hobotech.tv, and he has a shopping section to his site. Yeah, you go on his site and then you click shop and you scroll down, and he has the generator I got, and I was asking him for what I needed, what solar should I get, and he told me which solar panels I should get and which adapter wire I would need so I could plug it into my existing jack on this camper, and what generator I should get, because I shouldn't just count on solar because it's not always going to be sunny. Even though in my world, it's always a sunshiny day. Sometimes it's not sunshiny enough for the solar panels. So he was giving me a consultation over Skype, or I don't know if we used Google Hangouts or what, but the generator came today and I was really excited about it. And I'm going to store that in my car. I was nervous about storing the gas for it in my car, but then I got thinking, well, the car is full of gas anyway, so what's wrong with having the gas on the car? But I just don't want to smell it and get a headache, you know? Like the gas fumes, I get migraines a lot, and I don't know if it'll make me get a headache. So my solar panels, they should be arriving, like I should have them tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm gonna try to use them now. Like, I'm afraid to use them because I don't want to. I think I was gonna try to see if he could meet up with me in Arizona before he heads north, because I don't know anything about batteries, and you can't run your battery down too much because then you kill your battery. And like I just don't know enough about solar, and I don't want to kill my battery, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't want to like ruin everything. But I do know how to not let them flip over and get all broke. He just posted a video that he had one of his I think in transit, one of his broke, and they're really expensive, and I got to make sure that doesn't happen. But mine are a suitcase, his are flat panels, and I think he stacked them, I don't know. But mine fold, I think they're called suitcase panels, and so hopefully that'll just protect them, I hope. And hopefully they won't be too heavy. Hi, Jim. You're not busy working? I got to interview you. Is that my friend Jim that I'm seeing? I have friends? Yes, I have friends. Oh, you are working? So it is you? I'm working too. I'm working on going on my second glass of wine. How's work going now that you're not working? I gotta come over. Thursday I have an appointment in Lucky What? Because I'm drinking wine. I have to go to Point Pleasant on Thursday, Jim. And then I want to swing by and interview you. Good, I'm glad you're busy. My friend Jim, for those of you that are in the room, he is a very talented graphic artist, and he has not had the best luck with his employers, and this great job that he left one job to go to this great job that promised him all these awesome things didn't deliver on all the things they said they were going to do, and other people were taking credit for his work, and it was just a very horrible environment to work in. And he finally said, I'm out of here. And so now he's freelancing graphic design. So if anybody needs a very talented, gifted and talented graphic designer, contact my friend Jim. That's right there. I don't know if you can click on his name and add him as a friend. Or Jim, do you have a site set up? That's like you're like a smiling dots Halloween candy emoji. Come here, babies. I scared her. I tried to pick up my cat, and my phone fell and it scared her. And so she took off. I almost had her. Now she's busy fighting a ping pong ball. They can contact you through YouTube. I just ordered more business cards, Jim. Facebook. Tell us what your Facebook is. Do you have a business Facebook set up? I'll put your Facebook link in the description of the video too. Yeah. And you know what I have, Jim? Guess what I have? I think they're in here. Wait till you see what I have. Hold on one second. You ready? What's in the box? I don't know. Stickers. Ba-ba-da-da. Do you need a sticker? Who needs a sticker? Do you see them close up? Are they forward to you? On your guitar? Okay. I got my ukulele hung up on the wall finally. I played it for a little while the other day. My friend Jim, I met him at open mic. And he also has a, is it SoundCloud channel? I will throw his SoundCloud channel on my link on my in the description as well. All these plugs, Jim. I think I'm gonna go to bed soon. Whoops. I clicked on something by accident. Come here. What are you crying about? Mrs. Cat Jones is crying because it's bedtime. She stands by my bed and cries. Come here. Come here. Do you hear her? Do you guys hear her? She's getting ready to attack. She's attacking a piece of toilet paper. All right, I'm going to finish this glass of wine and then I'll be logging off. So does anyone have any questions while I'm drinking this last glass of wine? Jim, I have about 20 more days of non-grandma-ness. Someone needs to get me a grandma coffee mug. It did come fast. It did, and I still don't have gray hair. Thank you. Thank you. I've been very emotional lately about it, about everything. It's like I'm the one that's pregnant. I'm like, my mind is just a roller coaster. I've been thinking about my mom a lot and sad that she's not here. I found a card that she got for Trevor for the baby shower. She didn't sign it yet, but I found it. And when I was going through my mom's stuff, I found this. And when Trev and I moved to New Jersey, she would call him with the joke of the day. And she started calling all the grandkids, you know, it's grandma with the joke of the day, da-da-da-da. And so she just started reading jokes out of a joke book. And I found this and the card that she got him. And I'm going to wrap it and give it to him at the shower. And I also found a picture of my mom with him when he was a baby. Can you tip the light up? It's my mommy with him. When my mom could walk, she wasn't even in the wheelchair. Wow. And I found a picture Trevor drew. It says from Trevor to Grandma and Grandpa. He's such a talented artist. Like robot people. But I'm sure he's not going to remember this. So I have all these things in I have all these things in the card and I'm going to give it to him at the shower from her. And Len's going. Trevor wanted Len and Len and Frankie to go, and I'm hoping Len's mom goes. I really hope Len's mom goes. I'm pretty sure she will. I don't think she'd miss it. So after the baby comes, due April 20th, then they're going to come back home from the hospital. Usually first babies run late. So the latest they'd let it go is normally 2 weeks, but Abby said 1 week for her. I don't know why. So, hi Scott, welcome back. So then after a week or so after they get home, once they're home and settled from the hospital, I think Abby's sister's going to stay with them for a couple weeks, and then Abby's mom is going to stay with them for a couple weeks. So as long as, you know, everything's healthy and normal and stuff, I'm going to be hitting the road. Going to be hitting the road. Yeah, the neighbors do want to know that because they might put theirs up for $1 cheaper than yours. When I had my open house, the last house I owned in Brick, Jim, I did an open house before I got a realtor. When I was doing my own open house, all my neighbors came to the open house because they wanted to see the house and what I was asking. And this one really nice couple said that they've been thinking about selling theirs, but they wanted to wait till the market got higher. And they said, you're not asking enough. You're going to get your asking price for this house. You should be asking for more because you're on the lake. Because I was on Lake Riviera in Brick. But I didn't get the asking price. I had to keep coming down, so someone finally bought it. But it was a good profit. I made like a $50,000 profit on it. Tell him you're only going to tell him the price if he's going to buy it from you. It's funny because my house in Brick, I don't know if you know this, Josh. I would order Japanese food from Yokohama, and the guy was delivering the food, and he saw the for sale by owner sign in the yard, or maybe I had a realtor at that point, and he said, "Oh, you're selling your house? How much?" And I told him, and then they put an offer on it because they had put offers on 2 other houses, and they got outbid and lost those other houses. So they put an offer on my house and said that they wanted me to promise I wouldn't sell it to anyone. They'd give me my asking price, but I had to promise I wouldn't sell it to anybody else. And that's what I did. And they still, oh my God, I haven't heard from them in probably 6 months, but they don't speak English. And their son would email me. And what about the pool? And do you know this? And where's this? And where's that? And I'm like, I sold the house, people. Scott, you tell them to give you a price. Don't give them a price. You give me a price. Jim, when I come Thursday, should I bring my flute or my ukulele? Are you going to have time to play? Are you still here? You know what, Jim? I'm going to upload. us playing music? Ukulele? Okay. I have videos of us playing music on a different YouTube channel, but I should be able to download them and put them on this channel. So I'll look for them. What's funny? Me telling you to give they have to give you a price? Thank you for hanging out with me, people. Jim, we should do a live video making music. That's what we should do. We should do a live interview and play some music and do a live video. Thursday. Everybody tune in Thursday. We so could do that. What time's I think my appointment's at like 2:30 and I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know. What time does Ellen get home? She doesn't care if we're making music and making noise, right? She could grab her clarinet. We could have a trio. I asked her when I first met you guys, Jim. I told her she should bring her clarinet to open mic, and she said no. I think you guys had just started dating at that point. For your brother's wedding? Does she ever play it? I have to pick up my alto flute. I lent someone my alto flute, and I just haven't been around to get it. And she's right in Tom's River. I need to pick it up before I take off. You always get to go to weddings. I need to be a guest at a wedding. Look who came to see us. Does who have a website? Me? Do I have a website? I just have roamingartworks.com and it links to my YouTube. I used to have a wedding photography website, but now that's just linked to my Smug Mug album so my brides can see their pictures. Yeah, by the time you have your wedding, Jim, I'll be in like I'll be in the desert somewhere in my camper. I'll be flying back. I will fly back for your wedding. I want to photograph your wedding. I can't wait to take pictures on the road. I want to go to the slot canyons in Arizona. The Amazon? I'm not going to the Amazon. I'm worried about rattlesnakes. I'm really worried about rattlesnake bites. I saw Walmart sold this venom sucker thing that look at my baby girl. That it's just like the suction thing that if it will suck some of the venom out, but I guess you just got to watch where you're walking. I don't know. Maybe I should get some like hiking boots that go up to my knee or something. You're scaring her. You're scaring her. It's okay. She's been so timid. I just have so much stuff all over the camper right now that she doesn't have anywhere to go. She's purring. Jim, was your cat a rescue also? Jim has a cat named Gumball that looks just like Mrs. Cat Jones, I think. I don't think I met Gumball. I think it's been that long. Maybe I was at your house once, but maybe he was hiding. He. Yeah, Mrs. Cat Jones was in my backyard. Full of worms. I thought she was pregnant, but it was just worms. That's how big her belly was. Gumball hides a lot. So Gumball's a girl too. Look at, she knows at bedtime she comes. She cries by my bed, and if I'm not gonna get in bed, she comes up here. I just love her so much. Like, it's just like holding a baby. Like, my heart just melts. Like, I get warm fuzzies, you know? And I think also because she is sweet. I think because she doesn't trust anybody else, like, I just feel like she needs me. Like, she hides from everybody, and I'm just glad I can give her a safe place to live, and she's not outside getting worms or ticks or hit by a car or starving or cold in the winter. She got out. She got out. My neighbor was over helping me remove air conditioners from the window. And he was on the phone with somebody. And so he had to take a break. And he took the air conditioner out of my bedroom window, set it on the kitchen floor. I left him in my bedroom because he was on the phone with his daughter's mom. And I think I felt like he needed privacy for the phone call. So I left the room. He took the air conditioner out, put it on the kitchen floor so water could drain out of it on a towel. And then he's like, we got to let that sit for 10 minutes or so for the water to drain out. So I think we went out front or we were sitting in the living room or something. And then we went to check the air conditioner. And then I said, oh my God, did you close the bedroom window? And he's like, I don't know. And I went in the bedroom and I had 2 kittens. They were on the bed. The window was open. Mrs. Cat Jones was gone. She was just gone. And I was like, oh my God, she got out the window. And she was in heat because stupid head didn't fix her yet because I knew she wasn't getting out. And listen to the reason why I didn't get her fixed. This is stupid. I was stupid. One, I knew she was never getting out. Stupid me. Two, she gets in these terrible moods where she bites and scratches, but when she's in heat, when she was in heat, she would let you pet her and she was very affectionate. So I'm like, well, I don't want to fix her because then we'll lose that. And she'll just be mean all the time. So I didn't get her fixed because I knew I wasn't going to let her out. And then we left the window open and she got out. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to get pregnant. I'm going to have kittens. I should have got her fixed. And then I got worried that it's going to get below 20 tonight. She's out in the dark all alone. And I couldn't find her. And it was getting dark out and I couldn't find her. And I was going through the woods calling her. I couldn't find her. My neighbor that left the window open had the nerve to say, she's just a cat. And I said, what? And he has a dog. He has a dog. I'm like, how can you even say that? What if your dog got out? And I said, it's just a dog. Like, I could not even believe he said that. And I'm just like, I was like, I can't even think of you saying that right now. I just need to find my cat. And, so anyway, I couldn't find her. So I left the window cracked open, hoping she'd come back. I'll tell you about the litter box. I have an awesome litter box. Just one second. So I left my window cracked open, and my other neighbor, gave me some cans of tuna fish to put out. And sure enough, at 3:30 in the morning, I heard Mrs. Cat Jones crying at my window. And so the back door, I opened the back door, and she was at the back of the house meowing at my bedroom window, crying. And I'll just say I got out of bed. I'm sorry. And I opened the door, and I'm like, "Come here, baby. Come here, baby." And she didn't know where I was calling her from, so I had to actually go outside. You know what I'm talking about? I had to go outside so she could see me and then come in the house. So the litter box, right now, my trailer's still winterized, so I can't shower in the camper right now. So her litter box is in the shower. Now the litter box she has is called, what's it called? Oh, hold on. I have the wrapper of the stuff. Okay. All right. All right. It's by Tidy Cats, and it's called the Breeze Litter System. And they're these pellets. They are ceramic pellets. And the litter box itself it's like a strainer. It's a normal shaped litter box, and it's like a spaghetti strainer, with the holes in it. But these pellets, here's a picture of the litter box. The pellets will not go through the strainer. Under the strainer is a tray that goes in. On the tray is like a doggy wee pad. My son just got an automatic litter box. This wee pad, you change once a week. There's no smell, except when someone's sick and poops and it smells so bad. She smelled so bad last night. I couldn't even take it. So anyway, once a week, you change that pad. That's it. And then once a month, you scoop the poop. The poop doesn't stick to the pellets. You scoop the poop, throw it away, and then once a month, you're supposed to dump the pellets and change the pellets. But because they're ceramic, all you have to do, they're in the strainer. So all I do is I bring them outside in the strainer, put antibacterial soap on them, and hose them down high power with the hose and blast them with soapy antibacterial soap water and clean the pellets. So I don't have to rebuy the pellets every month like they want you to do. And they're just like new. So all I do is I buy the pads, and well, you have a couple cats, you said, right? So maybe twice a week you'll have to change the pad, because the pad will get oversaturated and then it can't absorb anymore. So then the tray it's in starts to get wet. And then I found out the hard way that the litter box, I have it in the shower, and I tried to just tip the litter box up and pull the tray out with the pad so I could get the pad out, and the pad was oversaturated, so there was some liquid in the tray and it spilled out into the shower, and that was gross. So now I know I have to lift the whole pan out, get it out of the shower. So now I'm going to de-winterize my camper tomorrow, and I will, when I take the litter box out of the shower to shower, that's when I will do the litter box. Yeah, the litter box thing is cool. The coolest thing is that it didn't smell. Now, I got this litter box when I was still in the house, and the only problem I had was one of the cats wouldn't go in it. The other problem is one of the kittens I had was sick with diarrhea, and that just stuck to the pellets. So I couldn't scoop the diarrhea out without throwing all the pellets away. But for a normal healthy cat with normal number twos, it works great. I have 5 people in the room.